I'm happy to be here with some of the directors from Bistrik 7 Collective. Can you tell me, how did this project come about?
My name is Bianca Lucas. I'm a filmmaker. I'm Polish, Australian, and mainly Polish, and I'm currently based in Mexico. Okay. The project came about, well, as you mentioned, we formed a collective a few years ago, around the time that we graduated from the Film Factory, which was founded here by Bellatar, here in Sarajevo. And we had done a few omnibuses before, because it's our way of staying in touch and, to not get rusty as filmmakers and to inspire each other and have a collective project. And when the world went into lockdown in April 2020, we were all stuck at home, and not necessarily in our home countries, all over the world, and feeling a bit restless. And every time we make an omnibus, someone else initiates it, and someone else kind of sets the rules of the game. And this time it was me who just said, "Okay, guys, why don't we make another omnibus?" And the main theme or the rules of the game is it has to be a letter to someone or something, and it's up to you what you define as a cinematic letter, and try and make it between 3 and 10 minutes. But as I always mention, we break every single rule. But it came about, and that's when we started, and then, yeah.
The Corona thing, it happened, and one of my shootings is postponed. I was supposed to go to Macedonia to shoot. But, Kazi and Graham and Alexandra.
Baby.
Gaia.
No, the baby from Singapore, I mean.
The big baby.
She does sign language. She can ask for a boob or for a drink of water using different signs.
What's a sign for boob?
My name is Gonzalo Escobar Mora. I'm originally from Colombia. I lived in the States for a long time, 20 years, but I'm based back in Colombia. I contributed with 2 sections. To be honest, it was a bit difficult. I was working in another project when the lockdown started, so my energy went there. And then I didn't have any mind space to do something. But when people started to make their films, and I saw a couple, and I just wanted to do something, but I was questioning myself and doubting myself a lot. But one day I ended up doing these little exercises just to contribute, and I felt weird of the result, but their support and their feedback and seeing it together, it made me motivated to actually put it together and feel less bad about them because they're very simple. They were and I guess I didn't have anything to say. I was confused with what was happening mentally, physically, but then that's why I did what I did. These 2 pieces are
Well, you had something to say, which is that you're confused.
Yeah.
That's what you communicated.
As a creative filmmaker, how was the whole experience with the pandemic and the lockdown? How did you stay creative?
Well, hello, I am Gustavo Vega, and I am a filmmaker from Mexico, and I live in Veracruz. Well, I think the important thing for us, for all our group, is we keep this concept that we developed in this city, actually, which is cinema is a reaction to the world, no? So for me, this movie is just a reaction to the experience of the pandemic, the experience of the different points of view from different parts of the world. And at the same time, it's not related with the places that we are, where we come from, but it's related with the vision of the end. No, it's a different end of the world of every filmmaker. No, so how to be creative? we just react, no? And I think you can see that in this movie. There are different moods, different experience, different points of view, but all together makes a movie, no? A whole movie, and it keeps something, keeps some energy that I believe that was really the war was missing, no? Some kind of energy, a creative energy, but thanks to this group that keep this spirit, and we remain together, we could do it, no? We could make it.
Like when you
No way.
now? Now is 6 o'clock in London.
6.
What time is in Georgia?
In Georgia, 9.
9. What's the time in Boston?
1.
Someone alone or everyone is with someone?
I have one question. Are you guys working on your omnibus?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your relationship with the city of Sarajevo?
My name's Graham Cole and I'm a filmmaker from the UK. So I first came to Sarajevo for the festival in 2009 and fell in love with the city and was lucky enough to be invited back later to join the Film Factory in 2013. And Film Factory was based in the address of Bistrik 7, which we've now named our collective after. But it really felt like being based in the city centre and working so much out in the city that the whole of Sarajevo became like a film school for us, and it was like a very immersive experience where it was very difficult to divide life and love and creativity. So Sarajevo I think has a very special place in our hearts and in our imaginations.
No, well, Sarajevo is very important for us as a group, and I am sure for every person here. Somehow this city managed to gather us here 7 years ago, and we came here, we became a family, and we met a lot of people here, and we studied cinema here, and we learned about human condition and about films, of course. No? So Sarajevo, the city, the place, is very, very important for us and for the project. No?
Sarajevo for me, I think it has to do with family. The group that we had became a family, and I even met my wife here. So, and at the school, and so it became just really important, and the connection, the emotional connection, and also growing up as a filmmaker, trying to make films here in the context of Bosnia, it just helped me mentally, physically, and emotionally. So it's a very emotional connection that helped me grow.
For me too, I can safely say that I grew a lot here. I transformed here. I was very young when I came to Sarajevo and I joined the school, and I consider myself very lucky that I had a kind of second wave of growing up or of maturing here in the city, because Sarajevo went through a lot, and that puts a lot of things into perspective, and I think that's good to keep in mind at a young age, and then being released into the world. But also the spirit here is so strong, and there's such an intensity, there's such an emotional intensity and an appetite for life, and that definitely, I think, has influenced me, at least in my search for something meaningful and the questions that I now ask all over the world, and of course this group that we have and the very special experience we went through together that is not replicable, and that will carry for the rest of our lives.
I don't know you, but I think there is a trick when the people says you will have a creative quarantine, or it's impossible to create something, or I don't know you guys. It's very hard for me.
Sound and vision.